Hey friends, welcome to the Singapore Market Digest for Tuesday, May 13th, 2025. I'm Iggy from the Investing Iguana, and today we're diving into what's been happening on the SGX. The Singapore market kicked off the week on a positive note yesterday. The Straits Times Index rose by 2%, showing strong momentum across several sectors. We saw some impressive gains with synonymous land surging 15%, while Yangzijiang Shipbuilding jumped 8%. The banking sector also performed well with UOB leading the charge up 5%, while Citic gained 4%, and both OCBC and DBS added 2% to their value. Let's start with Thai Beverage, the maker of Chang beer. Thai Bev announced that its profit for the second quarter ended March 31st, 2025, decreased by 3.2% year-on-year to 6.7 billion baht, about $263.5 million. This decline came mainly from lower earnings in their spirits and other segments. It's worth noting that Thai Bev's financial statements have been restated for comparative purposes due to their consolidation of Fraser and Neave back in September 2024. Revenue for the quarter was down slightly by 0.6% to 85.4 billion baht, with decreases in beer, food, non-alcoholic beverages, and other businesses, though partially offset by increased sales from spirits. Despite these results, Thai Bev shares were up 1% at 556 before the announcement, suggesting investors may have already priced in these expectations. Moving on to Citic, the offshore and marine engineering company secured a significant floating storage regasification unit conversion contract from Norway's Höegh Evy. This contract involves converting the liquefied natural gas carrier, Höegh Gandria, into an FSRU, including installation of a regasification skid and integration of key supporting systems like cargo handling and automation. This is a positive development for Citic as it strengthens their position in the energy infrastructure space. The company's shares closed 1% higher at 203s on Friday, but with yesterday's 4% gain, it seems the market is responding favorably to this new contract. SIA Engineering reported impressive results with an 87.3% jump in net profit to 70.8 million for the 6 months ended March 2025. That's a substantial increase from the 37.8 million they reported in the same period last year. Revenue rose by 15.3% to $668.9 million, while expenditure increased at a slower pace of 13.8%. Always a good sign for profit margins. SIA posted an operating profit of 11.1 million, which was $8.9 million higher than the same period last year and 7.6 million above the first half of the financial year. The company's shares closed 0.9% higher at $2.28 days before the announcement. With air travel continuing its recovery, SIA seems well positioned to benefit from increased maintenance and repair activities in the aviation sector. In the telecommunications sector, StarHub reported a profit of 31.8 million for the first quarter ended March 31st, 2025, which represents an 18.4% decline from 38.9 million in the same period last year. This drop was attributed to lower earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, as well as higher depreciation and amortization costs. There were some bright spots, though. The company saw higher profits from joint ventures and associates and benefited from lower tax expenses. Revenue for the quarter fell 2.4% year-on-year to $540.5 million. However, their regional enterprise business grew by 10.1% to $146.5 million, driven by a 20.2% growth in managed services and supported by a strong order book. StarHub shares remained unchanged at $1 before the announcement. The telecom market remains competitive, but StarHub's growth in enterprise services could be a key differentiator going forward. Lastly, let's look at UMS Integration, a player in the semiconductor space. The company reported a profit of 9.8 million for the first quarter ended March 31st, 2025, which was almost unchanged from the same period last year. Earnings per share came in slightly lower at $138, down from $141 a year earlier. The company declared an interim dividend of $1 per share, which is lower than the $0.12 they paid out in Q1 FY 2024. On a positive note, revenue for the period climbed 7% year-on-year to 57.7 million. UMS shares ended unchanged at 105 on Friday. The semiconductor industry has been experiencing some volatility, but UMS's ability to grow revenue in this environment is noteworthy, even if profits remain flat. Looking at the banking sector, UOB led the gains with a 5% increase yesterday, while OCBC and DBS both added 2%. While we don't have specific news about what drove these gains, the banking sector often responds to broader economic indicators and interest rate expectations. The strong performance across all three major Singapore banks suggests positive sentiment in the financial sector. Yangzijiang Shipbuilding's 8% jump is also significant, potentially reflecting new orders or positive industry developments in the shipbuilding sector. With global shipping and trade showing signs of recovery, shipbuilders like Yangzijiang could benefit from increased demand for new vessels. That's the scoop for today. The Singapore market is showing strength across multiple sectors, with particularly impressive gains in real estate, shipbuilding, banking, and offshore marine. While some companies like ThaiBev and StarHub face challenges in their recent earnings reports, others like SIA Engineering delivered strong results. As always, keep an eye on how these trends develop in the coming days. Remember to do your own research before making any investment decisions. This is Iggy from the Investing Iguana, signing off.